All right, here we go. This is going to take you through a warm-up that's going to get you ready for a full body workout. So all you're going to need is a door jamb or a pole or something. If you don't have that, then you can do it against the wall. So first thing, we're going to start with 5 calf floss. I want you to get your toes all the way up that pole, get your heel close to the pole. From here, all you're going to do is push your hips forward to squeeze your glute to feel a stretch in your calf. Then lower yourself into a little bit of a hamstring stretch, and then come back and drive your hip up. As you're doing this, try to keep even pressure through all 5 toes. And you'll just feel a nice, easy stretch through that ankle. Or through the back of the calf. We're not hanging out here for too long. We're just trying to get our ankle starting to work a little bit. We've got 5 of those on our right. Let's go ahead and switch over to our left. Toes up the pole, heel close to the wall or to the pole. Drive those hips up. Feel your stretch in your calf. Lower yourself out. Feel a little hamstring stretch. This is mostly about the calf. What we're doing here is getting ourselves into dorsiflexion, which is where our toes come towards our shin, or our shins are coming towards our toe in this case. This is just getting us ready to use our ankles. Our ankles need to be able to flex. Awesome. From here, we're going to go into a hamstring floss. So I want you to just grab a staggered stance for me, and your feet aren't going to be narrow. You're going to have them fairly wide, and they're going to be staggered. Start with our right leg in front. From here, all I want you to do is hinge forward and touch the floor. For some of us, you might need to have blocks or steps. You might even hold onto your shin if you don't have those. But if you can get to the floor, that's what we're looking for. And from this position, I want you to really drive your chest tall. Your knee might straighten, it might not, but I want you to try to straighten that front leg a little bit and then bend it. Also keep the heel of the back leg on touching the floor as well. You're just going to feel a nice stretch of the hamstring for 5 reps till you just bend the knee and then straighten it again, trying to keep that chest nice and tall, not rounding into it. And we're just going to switch. So step your left leg forward, your right leg back. Again, just feel your hamstring stretch, drive that chest nice and tall, bend it and kind of relax out of it, straighten it and feel that stretch. Again, most of us don't get straight legs on this. You might, good for you if you do, but if you don't worry about it. We're just trying to feel a stretch in the back of that hamstring. Drive your chest tall, good work. 1 more. The next thing we're going to do is going to be 5, I hate the name of them, Russian baby makers. I want you to come down into your just squat stance. Come down, grab a hold of your toes. From here, you're going to drive your knees out with your elbows and drive your chest nice and tall so your back is flat. I also want to make sure that you're not rounding your back. You want to keep that good lumbar curve. Then from here, we're going to straighten our legs up, feel a stretch in our hamstrings, come back down, push our knees out with our elbows. We're going to go for 5 of these. Just nice and easy, feeling everything start to work. You might even move side to side a little bit, push those elbows or those knees out a little bit more with your elbows. From here, you might actually want to reach an arm up. I'm just kind of ad-libbing here. You certainly don't have to, but it adds a little rotation through there. We'll go for 1 more. Back into the bottom of your squat, drive those knees out, reach up if you want to, find a little rotation through your squat, and then we're going to come into 1 more. The rest of this warm-up is going to be a line drill, which means that you need to have a little bit of space. It doesn't have to be a ton of space. Let's look at like maybe 10 to 15 feet maybe, and we're going to go first into what's called a zombie walk. I'm going to do it at a diagonal so you can see me here, but a zombie walk is keeping your chest nice and tall, arms are out straight, and you're going to try to kick your leg up to your hands. And we're going to go just for the length of this. So if you go a little bit further, great. If you feel like your space is really short, then go ahead and turn around and do it back as well. From here, we're going to go into internal hip rotation. So that just means I'm going to face here again. What you're going to do, stand nice and tall. We're going to bring our knee out to the side, and we're going to bring it around in front and set it down. Out to the side, around in front, set it down. So we're walking forward, thinking about getting those hip flexors working. Get your knee up. You might feel some crunching and cracking happening in your hips. That's okay. Or if that's happening, that's okay. We're trying to work through some crepitus. And then we're going to go back the other way. So this one's a little bit trickier. Keep your core tight. Bring your knee up and around. This is working our external hip rotation. And as you do this again, you're thinking about using all the muscles around the hip to get that leg to rotate back. This is not a race. You're trying to keep yourself all together in your core. The next thing that we're going to do is going to start to become a little bit more dynamic. We're just going to skip forward. So in this space, we're going to go forward and then come backwards forward as well. So just nice and easy skipping. It might have been a hot sec since you've done this. So just listening to your body, skipping, and then we're going to skip backwards. So same thing, but I want you to skip backwards. Takes a little bit more coordination. Flip around. We're going to skip backwards. The next thing we're going to do is going to be a side shuffle. So you're going to side shuffle with your left, let your arms come up overhead, and then go back the other way. Side shuffle, let those arms come up overhead. We're going to go 1 more each direction. Side, and then back the other way. If this feels like it's too much for you to hop, you can always just walk with it and just start walking side to side. The next thing we're gonna do is gonna be a karaoke. We're gonna go slow through it the first time and then we'll go a little faster. But you're gonna stand facing forward. It's also called a grapevine. You're gonna bring your leg in front, then step to the side. Leg in back, side. Front, side, back, side. Front, side, back, side. And then back, back, side, front, side, back, side, front, side. We're gonna do the same thing. If you need to walk it, cool. If you can add a little bit more movement into it, you're gonna try to get those feet moving in a little bit of a quote unquote running fashion. We're gonna go one more time back, but this time I want you to really exaggerate the rotation through your hips. So get a lot of movement in that torso, rotating through the hips, side to side. Again, this is a little bit more of a coordinated workout or warm up. We've got two more things, guys. The next is gonna be a squat rotation. So all I want you to do is squat down. You're gonna stand up, and you're gonna pivot forward into a squat on the other side. Pivot forward, squat, forward, squat. So I'm rotating forward, not backwards. And we'll go back the other way. Rotate forward, forward, try to hit that squat, keep your chest nice and tall, come up onto those toes, have a little hop in your step. And the final thing we're gonna do is gonna be skipping again, but we're gonna give ourselves a hug. So give yourself a hug, let your thumbs go up towards the ceiling. We're gonna skip backwards. Thumbs up towards the ceiling. We're gonna go one more, skip forward. Open your chest on every skip, and then skip backwards. After this warm up, you should have your heart rate up a little bit. You should feel a little warmer. Again, these are short warm ups, you guys, but hopefully you feel like your whole body got a little bit of movement, and you are now ready to go tackle your workout.